So what we do is, in actual fact, what you can do is you can work out m, the gradient, without even drawing the graph out. But I would suggest drawing the graph out so you can visualize it a little bit better. But if you think that m, the gradient is going to be the change in y over the change in x, then what you do is you can just look at the coordinates. And the first one is x, the second one is y. So the change in y is going to be 16, which is the second y, minus 4, which is the first y. So that's going to be the change in y, because it's gone from 4 to 16. And the change in x is gone from 1 to 5, so 5 minus 1, which will be 4. So basically what I did is the change in y is equal to y2 minus y1, and then the change in x is equal to x2 minus x1. Now, the only thing I would suggest, a reason why it's quite good to draw it out, or at least just sketch it out just to make sure you're not making any mistakes, is that what could happen is if it's got a negative gradient, you might just end up naturally subtracting the smaller number from the larger number, and you shouldn't do that in that case, because you want m to be negative, right? Do you know what I mean? So you want to make sure that, so if you draw it out, you can see it more clearly, or at least just take your time and think about it. Hang on a second, that would be going down, so that one's I want to. So yeah. Anyway, so then I could just go right. So that's going to be 12 over 4, which is 3. So yeah, the gradient is 3, and so to find the line that is parallel. So now we say, well, we know that this line that is parallel to this one over here. So we don't need to know anything else. We don't need to know what C is for this line that's red. We know that the equation is going to be y is equal to 3x plus something, but we don't actually care what that something is, because all we need to know is what the gradient is, and we've done that. So, and then we say that our equation that we're going to draw is parallel to this line here. So that's also going to have a gradient of 3, and that's also going to have, well, it could well have an intersection, might go through 0, who knows. So now what you do is you take this coordinate here, and of course this time that's x and that's y. These two values of x and y will satisfy this equation. So in other words, 2 would be equal to 3 times negative 8 plus c. So you can rearrange that to find out what c is. So c is going to equal 2 plus, I've just moved that to the other side, flipped it around, and the negative became a positive. So 3 times 8, which is 24, right? So that's 26. So find the equation, y is equal to 3x plus 26. Okay? So yeah, that's the equation for this line. So whenever so this is a question that we've seen a few times now. They'll give you some coordinates, or maybe they'll draw a line, and they'll say, give the equation of a line that is parallel to that line and goes through these coordinates. They could have said a perpendicular one, and that may come up in a later question. I can see these are all saying parallel though. So it's parallel down it.
One.
Let's stop this video here then.